and want to bring on and welcome Favian Renkel. How are you, man?
Hey, how's it going, guys? Thank you for having me on. Appreciate it.
No, thank you for coming back in, Fabian. Right off the top, where can we find your work and some of the things that you are part of as you are part of the tapestry of communications in MLS and what makes MLS coverage so special around these
Thank you.
parts.
No, I appreciate that. That's a great introduction. You can find me at Favian Renkel, just like how you see here below. I have a little bit of an announcement coming out this next month, and I think all fans from all teams are going to be pretty excited. So you may have me on next season, before next season, pretty soon to talk about something that maybe some San Diego fans haven't had a chance to do yet. But let's just say it's going to be a fun ride this next couple of months. I'm moving to New York, so it's going to be a big change for me. That's for sure.
Yeah, from California to New York, for those of you that aren't privy, NorCal, which
Nueva York,
kind of isn't California
right before
sometimes.
the World Cup.
Sorry.
Interesting. Como dice el Chicharito, interesante.
Interesante.
Yeah.
So San Diego FC, last time we talked, it was like building stages of San Diego FC and will they, won't they, what are they? Well, they've shown MLS what they are. From your vantage point, just kind of also having an eye on the league in general, what's it been like just seeing this team in San Diego just unfurl itself and what have you experienced in that?
Well, shoot. I mean, you guys turned Pellegrino into CR7. I don't know what happened in the San Diego water down there because I saw him week in and week out with San Jose, and I did not see the same player. You guys have made the most out of the guys you brought in. Mike Ibarra deserves a shout. I mean, dealing with the whole Chucky saga and still getting the production he's getting is very impressive. The word around town is that Anders Dreyer is a bit of a hothead, and I think we saw that in League's Cup. People can get under his skin, and Mikey's been able to kind of keep everybody pretty cool in these playoffs, and keep kind of. I'm really shocked how this locker room is as cohesive and as calm and collected as all the drama that has been coming into San Diego. Pellegrino wasn't the best locker room guy in San Jose either. So it's something to see that this coaching staff has shocked the world, and I think has definitely shocked at least me for a fact. I mean, this team is definitely a team to be a favorite, especially going into this game versus Minnesota, and I think they could go far in this first season. So it's interesting to see.
I think something that Mikey Vadas, I mean, without a doubt, has done is, like you said, keep that locker room together, right? And I mean, it's easier when you're actually winning games and just proving everybody wrong. But I think something that works a lot is just the right to dream style aspect of San Diego FC, right? Like the players are so bought into the system that it's clearly working. And I think that helps a lot in keeping that locker room together. I think players understand too that, hey, if you really mess around, you're going to find out and you're just not going to get played or called up for a team or to play in every weekend. So I think that's something that's really cool. And I agree with you. And I mean, I don't know if you guys have anything else to say. I mean, we've been watching San Diego FC all season.
What I've heard is that MLS players, MLS teams don't like SDFC because of that, because it was a blueprint team that came in and they already had this international network. I'm not sure if you've heard that around town, and the fact that they can actually scout in 2 different countries, the only team in MLS that is allowed to do that because of the location of their offices and training grounds and stadia and whatnot.
What I've heard is maybe it's a little bit of jealousy that San Diego's been able to do this in their first season, like really hit the ground running. I mean, St. Louis did it well, but I feel like San Diego has done it better. And it's almost like it was not doomed to fail, but it was definitely shocking when it was one of the best teams in MLS. And I think a lot of the hate that San Diego gets comes from jealousy. And I hear a lot of it in NorCal, so it's definitely something to be prized out down there in San Diego. But the scouting kind of makes sense to me because everybody has an MLS scouting area, and it's a little tough to break that down even more once you add a new team in. I know for a fact that San Jose has a crazy space to kind of scout. And you even get into like Real Salt Lake or San Jose, like what's Nevada territory, right? So it's interesting that that's kind of the talk around town, because it almost would make sense why you would allow them to kind of scout in Mexico as well, as along with the United States, because you have both LA teams. Like, how do you split all that Southern California space? But hey, seeing all the talk around town, around the MLS fans and podcasts, you guys might be part of the South, or rivals with Texas pretty soon. So maybe we could divvy up that space even a little bit more. So
Yeah, I saw that the new divisions that's going to happen with the schedule change, and there's a division that's something's going to give. Like a California team or a Western team is going to go somewhere to either to Canada, or the Texan teams will fight against the Southern California teams, which would be very, very interesting. I'd feel. Have you seen that, Abe?
Yeah, I have seen that. I was curious what Favian thought of the whole new schedule change. I think it's a pretty big step in MLS history, and it's kind of like been expected, but I'm honestly surprised it took them this long. But it's gonna really change the league, I think.
So I'm gonna say this, since we're on a San Diego podcast and show, and San Diego has the best weather in the world. Who cares what time we have to play soccer? No, but no, my heart goes to all the people in winter stadiums, because it's gonna be tough. But the overlap, as you can see, some infographics came out. The overlap's actually not too crazy. So, for example, you're gonna still have games that are played at the same times. You're gonna get your playoffs kind of like swapped, and then you're gonna get your MLS Cup final at a time where I think it's gonna land a little bit more with fans. Because right now you have your MLS Cup final in December. You're fighting with the holidays. You're fighting with Post Malone playing for the Thanksgiving. You're fighting with a lot of things when you're coming to MLS Cup final, and the numbers with Fox and LA Galaxy last year with the Red Bulls. I mean, I think it was like 200K watching that final on linear. That had to be eye-opening for MLS. And I've been covering MLS for quite a lot now, or quite a lot of years. And I kind of just, it's had to happen. I was sick and tired of all the GMs saying, well, we can't bring a guy in the summer because they're going to charge us a premium. And then this is me being a San Jose guy. And then they bring in a guy in the winter, and then, he doesn't have enough time to gel, so this whole season's a wash, So I was tired of that. And I'm happy that just for the teams that have a harder time bringing transfers in, you're going to be getting a massive discount, because you're going to be buying guys at a time where a lot of teams are buying, and you don't have to pay for a premium because they're in the middle of the season. And I think that alone is going to be a huge help for recruiting talent. It's going to be a huge help for getting guys like, let's say, Anders. You maybe don't pay at such a premium, or guys that are maybe not the Suns, maybe not the Messis or the Suarez's, but maybe that second-tier superstar that you can get at a better premium, instead of paying a crazy high cost where you have this high crazy DP tag on them, and then the expectation's crazy from the start, and ultimately they fail. So I don't see this as a bad thing for MLS fans who watch on the TV, because you're going to be in your perfect house with the beautiful kind of heat. You don't have to worry about snow. But man, I feel bad for Minnesota. But MLS actually said that they're going to have more away games then, so I don't have a problem with that either. I'm sick and tired of playing during international breaks too. Like, if we're going to be a real league, we can't be playing games when our best players are gone. I mean, imagine selling that to like some guys that play for the South Korean team. Yeah, MLS is great, but your team still plays while you're not there. Like, what? That's wild to me. And for example, I thought maybe some MLS awards could have went the other way if there wasn't international breaks. And Messi kind of had that had a advantage compared to Bouanga and Son. So it's interesting. I think it's for the better. I don't think. I mean, yes, if you're a paying fan that goes to sit in the stands, yes, it's going to be worse. But if your team's winning, I don't think you really care about the weather, to be honest.
Not only that, just to add a little bit to that, right? I think it adds pressure to the Mexican Soccer Federation.
Yeah.
The Mex. Like, they're so comfortable with their two short tournaments every season that MLS kept doing the same thing for years. now that they're adapting to everywhere else, it's going to add a little bit of pressure to them, especially because now how are you going to schedule Leagues Cup games? How are you going to schedule those CONCACAF Champions games? So it's going to be interesting to see what Mexico responds to them.
Speaking of CONCACAF Champions is one of those competitions that San Diego FC is now going to be a part of. Like, then that landscape, Fabian, like, is this how big time is this in terms of San Diego FC and their involvement? Because again, Leagues Cup didn't move a needle like it hardly ever does anywhere else. But San Diego responded as San Diego does, just like, all right, Leagues Cup.
Ooh, that one hurts working for Leagues Cup, No, Mexican teams need to try, all right? That we need to do this, all right? We need Club America needs to get booed off the field when they lose at Dignity Health Sports Park. That's the honest truth, all right? No, I truly think there's nothing bigger in North America than CONCACAF Champions. I mean, this is the tournament that you want to be in. I hate to bring up San Jose, but they still talk about the times they played Tijuana in the CONCACAF Champions League in 2013.
Dang.
So it is where memories are made. It is where legends are made for this club, for lineups to be remembered. I think CONCACAF Champions is something that will resonate in this club. And I think now, unfortunately, not this next season, but the next season, 2027, a lot more teams will be ready for that because of the schedule change. It was always a disadvantage for MLS clubs going into this kind of cold in a preseason run. And it's always been that boogeyman for MLS teams. So if San Diego can be one of those clubs to lift it at the end of it, man, what a way to make your debut, over 2 seasons, right? So it'd be crazy. CONCACAF over UCL. I agree with you, but I'm a single for North American soccer. Who needs Dembele when you have Dreyer? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now.
Of course,
I love that comparison.
Yeah, no, and look, I think even going back to that Leagues Cup thing, like, this all fosters competition. Diamonds sharpen diamonds, and I think this is going to force better competition at the end of the day. And I really hope that this begets better soccer in this region. And 2026 is going to be an eye opener for both Mexico and the U.S. and just global standings of like, nope, this is how you're gonna perform in front of your local fans. And judging by what's been happening, just the blaming and crying of Mexican teams, and also the Mexican players after the TSM game, and then brawling by the U.S. men's national team. Like, CONCACAF on the national level scares me. It frightens me for the future. I weep for it. Do you get in the weeds for that, Fabian?
I don't think it should scare you guys. I think MLS has shown that they can compete with Liga MX. Yes, it's tough to go into Mexico and win games. Even Messi hasn't been able to do that, right? But Vancouver's done it. There's been teams that haven't been those superstar teams that you would expect to go all the way. Unfortunately, the boogeyman is still this championship, and unfortunately, this is my thought about this, but MLS needs to be embarrassed in this tournament a little bit more for MLS to change the roster rules. Again, Liga MX teams have like 12 to 15 DPs if you want to compare salaries.
Mm-hmm.
And if the 7-0 thrashing of Cruz Azul Vancouver didn't help you feel embarrassed, the owners for the MLS, there needs to be some more embarrassing results. And until that happens, until MLS owners feel the pressure, just like this calendar change, where it should have been done for the World Cup. It should have been Leagues Cup gets played these next 2 months of 2026, and then the World Cup, and then you go ahead and have that MLS season afterwards. That should have been done, but they missed the mark on that. And honestly, these owners need to feel pressure. And I hate to say this, but the status quo is just not going to win more CONCACAF Champions Cups, because at the end of the day, Liga MX have a blank check, and we don't have that blank check. Yes, we can go far, and it's nothing wrong with, reaching a semi, nothing wrong with reaching a final. But man, oh man, would it feel nice to kind of, have another MLS team to kind of raise that trophy that is truly, truly the boogeyman for everybody.
People are agreeing with you here in the comments as well. And look, you're getting people worked up and getting ready for these competitions are coming up for San Diego FC, as everything's still pretty new. Like it's the new car smell is still around, and we'll see. Where do you classify them in terms of their chances moving forward? Like from here on out, do you think them moving past Minnesota this upcoming Monday?
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to see a strong showing from San Diego. I think Minnesota is going to be pretty exposed. If Chucky plays, we'll see with that injury, right? The injury that Chucky has. I think I could see San Diego winning firmly. Like I'm talking 3-1, 2-0. I don't think this is going to be too much of a nail biter. I think Seattle was down one of their best players that got into great form, Pedro de la Vega, after the Club World Cup, and it showed. Minnesota does a good job of breaking the game, playing disaster ball, and winning in PKs. And I think San Diego is just so hot right now that it's going to be tough to kind of play that game. I think you're going to see the stars that San Diego have really rise to the top, and I think Seattle kind of struggled with that. Stars need to take over playoff matches, and I think San Diego has a star on their hands, and I think he would have been the MVP if it wasn't for the GOAT that some people say, right? So,
Pellegrino, right?
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. Pellegrino, actually the best trade of the midseason, I'm gonna call it. Like San Jose gave him away for some peanuts, but
he also hated it there. Like
Yeah.
in every time, every press conference we talk to him, it's like, man, I love San Diego, but man, I hated San Jose. Like, dude, it's like, all right, like
He did not have the best experience. I mean, it almost makes you forget that San Diego did not want to sign Milan Iloski.
Yeah.
The way Pellegrino's playing now.
who?
Uh,
Who?
he shall not be named. What was your thought on that? Like when San Diego FC did not sign Iloski?
it seemed a bit like a mistake, and I think it's hard to replace goals in MLS, but this is the first season where I've seen it possible. I mean, guys up north in Seattle, Musovski scoring 15 goals, I think it was. You see guys like Josef Martinez scoring 14 for San Jose. This season was weird. You could replace goals this season, and that usually doesn't happen. I truly think that it was a mistake at the time, but finding another bargain bin guy to kind of bring in and buy in and truly find the value in it, like you said, it goes away that mistake or the burn from that goes away with a little bit of ice, Pellegrino ice, and I think I think San Diego's done a great job of next man up mentality. I mean, they've done it all season, and once they get healthy or once they got healthy at the end of the season, they kind of found the stride again at the right at the end in the playoffs.
People will ask, that's the greatest mystery, the Yalowski mystery. There's just two sides of that argument here locally, and I mean, there's still people who are calling to have Chucky Lozano start over Pellegrino, and that's just.
I think Pellegrino has more playoff goals than Iloski right now.
I believe he does.
Speaking facts.
I believe he does. Those are absolutely facts. Fabian, so I mean, you let us know that you have an announcement coming up a little later. So we'd love to welcome you on that.
I got a real quick extra question for Fabian. Fabian's been covering the FIFA ticketing process in a really interesting way, very well. I don't think FIFA's been very clear about how the whole ticketing process works. I'm curious if you why is that something that you've wanted to cover so much, and where do you think FIFA has done how do you think they've done so far in this process?
All right, guys, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, you and me right here. All right, guys, everybody here listening to this, if I can get a FIFA ticket buyer into an MLS fan, we all win. So that's my whole thing. You're gonna get casuals wanting to buy tickets, but maybe they follow me for tickets, and who knows, maybe Pellegrino scores a hattie, and I talk a big game about him, and then they become a San Diego FC fan. So my whole thing when I started being a journalist was every single day I walked into work and I had to sell soccer to my coworkers, and every single day, no, we don't want ties. But then I'm like, wait, but you watch hockey? But they do penalty shootouts after. It's okay, I had to do that every single day. So if I can be that bridge to someone that just casually going to the World Cup and then getting him to be more of an MLS fan, I think it can help grow the sport, little by little. And I've kind of taken on that role of doing tickets. Honestly, I don't think I've been too clear as well. I wish I could have been clearer how to buy tickets. At this point, if you're listening to this, just go to FIFA.com/tickets. Start praying. Get a rosary. I don't know. And you have to be selected. And make sure you get some rabbit's feet, whatever your lucky things are. But get that, because at the end of the day, if FIFA doesn't select your account, you're not getting tickets until it's open after the draw. And that's kind of hard for a lot of people to understand. And I try my best to kind of talk about it. But I didn't see anybody doing it too. And luckily I've had a platform where I can basically kind of talk about it and people will listen, So I try my best. I try to contact FIFA officials too to kind of get some clarification for you guys, and that helps me too. Kind of learn. Everyone asks, that I know personally, always ask me if I can get them free tickets, and I'm like, I haven't even got selected, So I really can't do anything for you. Just start praying,
It's I don't know, man. Like I'm there with you. If we can get one person in, just a regular person, I'm convinced like they're probably allocated all of it. Like I think about like that guy that held the World Cup in Brazil. Like how would that guy? Obviously he's passed now, but like un viejito, like an older dude, like is trying and has gone to every World Cup to navigate these things. It's just impossible. Let alone somebody who has all the access and knows how to navigate these things. Like it's still near darn impossible.
Damn, how does Caramelo always get in? Mexico.
You must know someone.
He probably does.
Fabian,
I can tell you this.
Yes.
I know some people in FIFA. I haven't gotten a link yet, so it's definitely, you have to be able to just pray that you're going to be chosen.
Yeah, we always get that question too. Oh, you have tickets? It's like I hope I get tickets. Like,
yeah.
They always that question always comes to me too, and it's just like I don't know, man. Like,
but if you want to watch, San Diego's most important match of all time, I can help you get those.
Oh.
Yeah,
absolutely. Well, it's sold out here at Snapdragon Stadium for this upcoming match.
All Monday night too, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, Monday night soccer, nothing better. All right, none of that Monday night football stuff. All right.
Well, we have the important football that couldn't be moved in that weekend because San Diego State's college football plays on Saturday.
It's because of the field. I if I'm not mistaken, like they need a day to recover. Right. Yeah,
and it's gonna receive a beating for sure. So that's gonna be interesting. And hey, when the schedule changes, that's something that San Diego State will not have to worry about is sharing that, because by the time San Diego State football season ends, it's halfway through the season, and then there's nothing else other than Shakira concerts and Coldplay. So that's fine.
What I got from you guys today is that San Diego Mexican food might be better than San Jose's, but don't tell anybody here I said that, because because Pellegrino said it, that he loves San Diego way better. So
I probably will never ever eat like San Jose Mexican food, but I know for a fact that San Diego Mexican food is better than San Jose Mexican.
What is San Jose Mexican food?
I would say there's a lot of Oaxacans in San Jose.
Okay, you're starting good.
Yeah. In where I'm from, it's like 20 minutes above San Jose. It's Redwood City. And we're called Little Michigan, where we have Michoacan, so we have a lot of carnitas over here. Even the Mexican president shouted us out for having the best carnitas in the world. But
the Mexican president?
Yeah. It's a weird clip that went around by personal friends, just a random shout out. I live in a small little suburb above San Jose in the middle of the Bay Area, and we have the best carnitas in the world. So
she's not a popular person right now, so I don't know if we want to be agreeing with her altogether. But hey, look, carnitas son carnitas. Okay, all right. What's your taco meat look like?
My taco meat? I know you guys want me to say something like suadero, but I'm not a real down guy like that. I think some regular kind of asada, I can't lengua. I can do lengua sometimes, but I can't. I'm only doing one. I'm a big guy. I gotta do at least 3 asada, maybe 1 lengua. And if I'm feeling frisky, maybe a carnitas.
We'll bring your passport, and I'll go ahead and just take it down to TJ. Let's just
All right.
what are we doing? Let's stop playing here. Like,
Yeah.
Honestly, there's been guys who've offered me that before, and I've always said, you know what, maybe one day.
oh, here's another big guy asking you as well.
Take it to the motherland. Go watch a Cholos game.
Yeah.
Fabian, thank you once again. Let everybody know where they can go ahead and find you and follow what you cover here for soccer and MLS and all the wonderful work that you do.
Yeah, thank you. You can follow me at FabianRenkel.com or at Favian Renkel on X.com. And then I'm on Threads. I don't know if anybody here is on Threads. Sometimes those Threads things pop off. So you can find me at Threads as well at I am Favian Renkel. And then I got a little announcement coming up in the next couple of months. So I'll be excited to help you guys all with that kind of aspect of fandom coming up soon. So it'll be good.
Okay, the thank yous here from the comments as well. People enjoy you on here, so thank you for coming on. Two Balls and a Mic, SanDiego.Futbol. Fabian, see you after that announcement, man. Good luck, man. All right,
Thank you guys.
Haters.
All right,
That's cool, man. I wonder what the announcement's gonna be.
I really wonder what's
That's a good tease. He teased that really well.
Yeah, he did. We'll have Mr. Mike clip that out for him as well. But yeah, I'm just saying, New York right before the World Cup, where the final is gonna be, interesting.
It's an underground ticketing business that he's been keeping an eye on this whole time. That he's just in the know, just like, hey, look, get the latest ticket app.
No, but genuinely, he is one of the only people that's like actually kind of making it more understandable. So shout out to Fabian.
He's how I remember to like sign up and like know that like first round of tickets are gonna.
I have a Visa. I'm like, God damn. My MasterCard is no use. Damn it. Puts away Discover card. No, and like my girl's like, oh, like we're now part of the this and this and this. I'm like, I don't have Wells Fargo. Like I can't help you there. Like I can't. But and there's like the next phase is like I don't believe in banks and centralized banking that way. Like
the fact that that's crazy, dude.
All right, that's a separate conversation.
Yeah, it is a very separate conversation.
But thank you once again, Faye, for welcoming coming on here, and we'll make it happen again.
We gotta preview this Monday game a little bit ourselves, just because Chucky Lozano
Monday game is
Chucky Lozano may not play based on that injury. Chances are he probably wasn't gonna start anyway.
He wasn't.
Anders Dreyer is now sick, so TBD. I'm sure he'll be fine. But yeah. So what do you guys think? Do they pull it off?
Abraham?
I just had like a hiccup right before you like talked to me, so I got scared. I didn't want to like hiccup right into the voice. I think this is gonna be a tight game. Minnesota has really been like they can be chaotic, like Fabian said, and just make things very, very difficult for San Diego FC and just set piece their way to either penalties or a free kick or something like truly dangerous. I think Minnesota's probably getting a bit on the healthier side as well compared to San Diego FC right now. When you look at how San Diego FC is in the outside back position, that's been an issue all season long. And then Chucky Lozano not coming off the bench. Like who do you bring off the bench now for Ahmad Pellegrino? I think that's an important question. So I probably think this might end up in a tie in regular time, and San Diego end up pulling out a victory. Actually, it doesn't. I feel like it's worse if they go into extra time. They have a worse chance, but I still think San Diego are going to be able to pull out a victory.
Yes,
the rule of this game for San Diego FC, just don't let it go to penalties. But I think San Diego don't even send extra time. I think San Diego come out dominant again, and they scored 3 goals on Minnesota to Minnesota's 1. I think they went 3-1. I think San Diego just has the better team. Minnesota hasn't won a single game in playoffs in regulation time. So I think that contributes into this. Then you go in again and have a couple days off or weeks off if you're Minnesota. So same thing with San Diego, but I think San Diego pulls it off in a very dominant way.
You've predicted that a couple times. Supposedly, legend has it that you actually predicted a 4-0 in that third game.
I tried going back. I think I said like I could see it being like a 4-1, 4-0 game.
Yeah,
But I don't think my official prediction was that. I tried going back and finding the clip from that episode. and I
So what
couldn't.
you're saying is another dominant performance
Yeah.
of that same caliber or a little less is dominant to 2-0 victory for San Diego
I think
FC?
a 2-0 victory is also a very dominant win. And I think it'll be very interesting. I think they'll have a harder time against either Vancouver or LAFC.
Mhm.
And I think they kind of like cruise by Minnesota.
Abe looking at a 2-1, Abe? Okay.
Yeah, 2-1 in favor of San Diego.
So San Diego goes forward.
In extra time.
Yeah, in extra time.
Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, guys.
Woohoo!
Minnesota United is designed, it's built, it is created. It's the complete complement, the yin to the yang of San Diego FC and their play style. They have figured out how to go ahead and be patient and not play with the ball. Last time they played against San Diego FC, they've been perfecting that same way that they've been playing against the rest of the competition, and it's been working. It is ugly. It is disgusting to watch some of these tactics work so well, from an entertainment standpoint. Like, I don't want the ball. No, you take it. I don't need it. I just have this guy that just can laser a pinpoint with pinpoint accuracy, a long throw in, and anything that's a throw in or a set piece ball is automatically a dangerous chance to score on you. And I think that's going to happen for Minnesota United. They're going to go ahead and stretch this team and the limitations and the patience of San Diego FC. They're going to be strong. Dane St. Clair is somebody who San Diego fans must remember because that is the best goalkeeping performance of Snapdragon Stadium this season is Dane St. Clair against San Diego FC. And San Diego's going to have a tough time being able to really be creative and just break through this tough line. So Minnesota United will lose against San Diego FC 3-1. San Diego FC wins.
Gotcha.
Wow.
All right. Not where
What
I
a
thought
twist.
it was
What a
going.
twist. Oh
What
my
a twist.
gosh.
Oh my
Tony.
God. Tony predicted a San Diego FC win after saying everything Minnesota's going to do right. I think San Diego
Because they're going to figure it out. That's the thing. Like, they're going to figure
like,
it out.
some key factors. Go ahead, Abe. Sorry.
Yeah, I think Minnesota, like all those points that you made are very valid. And it's why I think a lot of us shouldn't be too surprised if Minnesota makes this game like really, really tough for San Diego and Minnesota end up coming out on top just because of how close these MLS teams are. Minnesota's actually performed well against San Diego. So I don't think it should surprise anyone if Minnesota maybe get a goal early on from the set piece and maybe take the crowd out of it a little bit. It might be a little bit cold out there on the Monday night. So it's very possible that Minnesota can take this game.
Yes, I mean, yeah, it's possible. Anything can happen in soccer. And was that the goal?
No,
Oh,
it was.
it was a free kick. I think he found it. But anyways, yeah, I think we all kind of agree still that San Diego's going to win on Monday.
3-2 says Philippe. 3-0 by Playback. It's strong. Playback consumes a lot of local soccer. He was with us for Sunday.
He said you guys got him a little tipsy. Were you guys playing like a little drinking game?
He was.
It was like take a shot every time Tony said something. What did you have to say?
It was what was it?
No, sana colita rana.
Sana colita rana, because like it was cold out there and there was a lot of just remates y rebotes. Like sobate came out twice, I think.
Se vale sobar.
Sana colita de rana. So
si no cenas hoy, cenarás mañana.
Keep it going. Keep it drinking.
So we've said it like 3 times.
Still playing. That's called having a problem. So 1-0 San Diego FC win. Esteban. Okay. All right. San Diego FC
funny.
victories throughout. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
This has been a ride. Mikey Varas has played this perfectly. I don't think
this could be the last time we see San Diego FC play until February.
And if it is, then than it is. And they had a great season, and they've deserved every accolade and every comparison that they've received. 2-1, says Paul.
Check us out later on SanDiego.Futbol. We're gonna have media coverage on Thursday from training grounds. We'll talk to Mikey Varas and select players that they'll let us know a day before.
There was a chance it was going to be on Saturday. That was crazy.
Yeah, I thought since Abe texted back like Saturday that you were gonna email Saturday, but
It's okay. Thursday works for me.
Fine. Thursday's fine. I just don't like it because it's too far away from the game. Still, a lot can happen from Friday, Saturday. So, but we'll get coverage for you guys on Thursday.
We're here for the players, Mikey Varas.
I think what do you guys think you would ask Mikey Varas right now?
Right now,
Hey, how's Dreyer feeling from his illness? Is he okay?
well, okay. Mikey, without saying the words consistency and or or identity or warrior mentality or
Next man up.
could you tell us what we can expect from San Diego FC coming in? Well, the philosophy here has always been
Well, I can't say that.
no. So look, Mikey, like,
are we boring you over there, Abe?
No. I was
You were
listening.
literally-
I was just trying to mess with you guys.
yeah, by reading a newspaper. Ouch.
Chat, Abe is cooked.
Chat, he was cooked. No, but I'd ask him again, like where's the confidence level, and what have you been able to maintain a consistency with the players that are here, and work on that recovery aspect, or how much of the recovery aspect and sharpening of a high octane training has it been since the national team players are gone? Chucky.
I kind of want to ask if it was a good thing, or in his opinion, to have a good like a long week break before semifinals, or if he would have preferred if there was no kind of like international break. Granted, he can't control that, but in a perfect world, would it be better to just have that game happen over the weekend?
Well, it's always an honor to have players called to the national team, and we love
without
to see their
saying all that
colors.
too.
Without saying all that. Interesting time. See who we get to.
Sí, está lloviendo.
I wish I asked this at the last media availability, but I wonder how they react to like penalty kicks, or how if they prefer it to be like as loud as possible for when they're kicking a penalty kick, or if they prefer the stadium to like chill out a little bit.
That's a good question. And
'Cause
you know what?
Because
the
some
crowd-
players want the like energy, and then some players are like, let's chill out. Like like when you're taking a field goal kick, usually the home team stays quiet, right?
Mhm.
But then the other team, it's like, all right, everyone get loud and get crazy. Like, so I wonder where San Diego FC players stand on all that.
Ask him if Emma Boateng starts if Anders is still sick.
Philippe, let me just tell you, Emma Boateng does not get a single minute the semifinal, man. Like, I will say that right now. Like,
He could be on the roster.
yeah, but he's not gonna get a minute. He's not gonna get a minute.
Alex might think about the subs. It'd be Alex Mighton. Let's say Anders Dreyer has to come off.
Marcus and Varson.
But that's for Corey Baird in the 9. So
no, but Mikey's going all out in this situation.
You still have Vasquez that can play on the
who?
wing. David Vasquez.
Bro. Last time we saw him was in a friendly along with Tomas Angel. Okay, you still have Tomas Angel. Imagine if Tomas Angel comes out.
The roster.
Imagine if
Tomas Angel takes the first penalty kick,
scores
in the 96th
the game-winning goal,
a la Jaden Shaw,
and out of nowhere, Andres Reyes storms the field just like Seth Rollins, and like gets rid of his crutches and just runs, picks up Tomas Angel, and like points at every single fan that doubted. Like, you doubted us, just a heel turn. You doubted us.
I believe that's Mr. Gilmore's.
Yeah. That'd be interesting. All right.